Thanks, Hugh. Here in the East Midlands, I'm Emily Anderson. First tonight, the 6-month electricity bill that's costing the government more than £500,000 after complaints that the new tax office in Nottingham was lit up like a Christmas tree. The local MP took the Treasury to task over just how much energy and indeed money was being spent at a time when the country faces a cost of living crisis. Hannah Meredith reports.
This is the building at the centre of the controversy, Unity Square. Completed last year, and according to people living nearby, it's been lit up every night since. Now, concerns have been raised about the building that's home to HMRC as well as other government departments to the Nottingham South MP Lillian Greenwood by her constituents.
Many of them are really worried about how they're going to pay their bills this winter, and yet they can see a government building clearly wasting electricity with the lights on all night.
Now the bill for the 9-storey building has been revealed for the months from April to the end of September. The largest monthly charge being August, which topped £113,000. In total, over the 6 months, more than £500,000 of public money was spent on electricity. On social media, it was called a complete failure of management by Nigel, saying everyone in Nottingham knew the lights were on all through the night. Whilst Paul said this obscenely lavish building is a kick in the teeth for folk living in its shadow in the Meadows. The government's Treasury Minister, Victoria Atkins, said that addressing the issues with the lighting was part of the normal process of delivering a new building, and that motion sensor light settings would be tweaked to ensure they're not on for longer than expected.
My constituents will know, because when they look out of their windows when they're walking past that building at night, they'll be able to see whether there are lots of lights shining bright. Someone described it as being lit up like a Christmas tree. I would expect that to change.
So with it being the start of the season where Christmas trees start to go up across the region, this is one set of lights that locals are hoping will start to be turned off. Hannah Meredith, BBC East Midlands Today, Nottingham.
In other news, a food bank in Nottingham says the cost of living crisis is turning into a cost of living emergency. The Trussell Trust service in Arnold has just had its busiest ever month, providing emergency food to 650 people. It helps twice as many people than the national average, but the donations it relies on are starting to drop, and it's seeing more people who are working that are struggling to make ends meet.
We rely on people, the generosity of people donating into us, and our donations are going down, but our referral numbers are going up. So it's how we can kind of meet that need throughout the winter and beyond as the cost of living continues.
Now, the saying goes, if you get lost, find a police officer. Well, Rosie, the border collie from Leicestershire, did just that when she went missing recently. Victoria Hicks has the story.
Meet Rosie, the rescue border collie, enjoying plenty of treats back at her home in Loughborough.
Come on then, walkies. Whoa!
But on her favourite walk to Southfields Park...
This way, that's it.
Rosie, who's 10, ran away from her owner Steve.
How did you lose Rosie when you got to the park?
A firework went off and she's very frightened of fireworks. She ran away and went under the hedge. I thought I'd find her cowering under it and be able to soothe her, but she had gone into the council offices, and when I got there, she'd left the council offices and was nowhere to be seen.
But this clever dog wasn't missing for long because she knew exactly what to do.
Rosie managed to find her way here to Loughborough Police Station, where she calmly walked through the doors and up to the front desk. And like every good police case, it was all captured on CCTV.
Oh, I was so pleased and so happy she was safe, and so proud of her that she's clever enough to find her way to the police station.
Unaware that Rosie was actually safe and sound, owner Steve was still frantically searching for her.
What did the police say when they rang?
Obviously, I'd got dog tag on with her name and my contact number on, and they said, "Do you have a border collie?" and said that she'd walked up to the door and gone up to the counter and handed herself in. So I was able to calm him down, because he was really quite upset that she'd run off.
How relieved were you to hear that she was back safe at home?
I was very relieved. It's always a worry when a dog runs off, but she's very clever. She's found a way home before, and this time she went to the police station instead of going home.
And what better reward for a clever dog than plenty of ball games on her favourite park? Victoria Hicks, BBC East Midlands Today, Loughborough.
Oh, I'm so glad she's back home safely. Time to take a look at the weather and forecast now. Here's Kay. How's it looking?
Hi there. Well, it looks as though we've been thrown into autumn, doesn't it? If it's not the fog, it's the rain. And we had our fair share of rain earlier on today. It didn't stop all morning, did it? But as it was clearing away on the back edge of that, we did at least get to gaze at some really pretty rainbows. Now you can see on the pressure chart, actually, here's the rain that came this morning. It has cleared off to the north now. Seeing a few showers this evening and perhaps a few tomorrow as well, but in general for tomorrow we are in between weather fronts, which means we're going to see something a lot drier and a lot brighter. Still 1 or 2 showers out there at the moment. They will be clearing away in the next hour or so. So we're generally dry throughout tonight. We're going to see some clear skies for a time as well, and the winds are a bit lighter too, so we're going to be a bit chillier than we have been recently. We're down to a minimum of around 4 or 5 degrees. And then tomorrow morning, yes, we'll see some sunshine, I think, first thing in the morning. A little bit of cloud building up here and there. And as I say, there is the chance of 1 or 2 scattered showers, but a lot of places staying dry at least tomorrow with some decent brightness and temperatures again up at around 9 to 10 degrees. But it looks as though we're going to see more rain tomorrow evening. That will still be around through Thursday. They'll be starting to break up as we head into the afternoon, but it's looking a lot drier and brighter for the end of the week, but it's just turning a little cooler.
Thanks, Kay. Well, that's all for tonight. We're back tomorrow morning from 6:25 on BBC Breakfast. Until then, from the late team, good night.